We'll start from the first. Bahudeva manussacha mangalani achintayum akankhamana sutthanam bruhi mangalamuttama. This is not the saying of the Buddha. Devas, I think we have heard, on many occasions, after midnight, approached the Buddha and discussed with him certain problems and difficulties or certain things that they could not understand. So every day he had reserved 2 hours, his timetable for the Devas. No human beings at that time. So the common belief is that Devas don't like to associate with human beings so closely. Not only Devas, even animals also don't like, scared of you. As you can understand. Because human beings are very unreliable. Very difficult to understand. What sort of creatures are they? Others are very straightforward. You can understand them. But human beings, very funny. We can show our smiling face, laugh, joke, but at the same time we try to cut others' throats. This is the nature of human beings. So that is why religion is important. Without religion, no any other sources to train that mind. It is very advanced. Human mind is very advanced. But this development has taken place with selfishness and crookedness. But others, animals and other living beings on this earth, their mind or way of thinking or sense of reasoning, common sense, intelligence are not so advanced. They are innocent. That is why very easily they become victims to human beings, because we know how to catch them very easily. But man cannot catch another man. He knows how to escape. Very seldom he can catch. So religion is important to develop this mind, to straighten that crookedness in the mind. It is crooked. Science cannot do that. Any other modern subject or education cannot develop more and more crookedness and selfishness. So religion is the only solution for man to open his mind to understand things in proper perspective. So that is what we are trying to do now. Now, the meaning of this first stanza, many deities or devas, this word, this English word, deities or deities, is a Sanskrit word. Sanskrit word is Daitya. Daitya means devas. There are hundreds of English words directly derived from Sanskrit or Pali. This is one of them. So many devas and men or human beings yearning after good have pondered on blessings. Pray, tell me the highest blessing. So the Deva came and asked this question. Devas and human beings are thinking, talking, discussing to find out what are the real blessings. Because there were so many other beliefs and traditions people have regarded, accepted as blessing. Even today, the same situation. As I mentioned just now, we always seek blessing from outside, from others. If not, certain other sources like charm or mantra or some other recitals, blessing. If not, by performing certain rites and rituals, they expect blessings. Then the time, days, month and year, waiting to do something to get the blessing. Again, by taking holy bath in certain holy rivers, they seek blessing. And worshipping devas, spirits, ghosts, devils, we seek the blessing. That is the very reason why this Deva wanted to come and discuss this matter with the Buddha, to find out what are the real blessings. So that is the meaning of the first stanza. Then the Buddha started to explain. Asevana cha balanam Panditanam cha sevana, puja cha pujaniyanam, etang mangalam uttama. Three kinds of blessings here. The last line, etang mangalam uttamam, this is the highest blessing in every stanza. Mangalam uttamam, highest, uttama, highest blessing. The first one, asevanacha bala. Bala means low. Not to associate with those who maintain low mentality, who maintain very mean ideas, unreasonable, unjustifiable ideas. That is the meaning of Bala. But the interpretations in the books given as fools, not to associate with fools. Fools are innocent people. They don't harm others purposely because they are real fools. They do not know how to do that. So the real meaning is those who maintain low mentality, not to associate with them. then you can argue. What harm is there? When we associate with them, we can develop their way of thinking also. Yes, if you can, so much the better. What will happen? If you have no strong conviction or determination or willpower or understanding, naturally you become the victims. You follow them. It's not so easy to guide them because they cannot understand. Fools belong to another category. Their intelligence is very low. They cannot understand things properly. Narrow-mindedness. We try to enlighten them, to educate them, but still they cannot understand. So, here we can associate with fools. They are harmless. But it's very dangerous to associate with those who maintain low mentality, because they always create misunderstanding. You say something and they create their own imagination according to your words. This is the danger. I think each and every person experiences this. Sometimes we say something without any intention of hurting or criticizing or accusing, but the listeners create their own imaginations and interpret in his mind in different ways. After that, create this misunderstanding, if not enmity. This is the danger. So if possible, try to avoid. But when you try to keep away from them, you should not harbor enmity, ill will, any evil thoughts in your mind. This is another difficulty. Now when we want to boycott, yes, we can boycott, but don't develop anger or enmity or ill will or grudge. And this is the punishment introduced by the Buddha. Because in this religion, we cannot introduce anything as Buddhist punishment. But there are certain things without torturing, some sort of attitude we had to adopt, either to train or to avoid problem. I can give simple example. A monk who was staying in the same monastery where the Buddha lived, in the same monastery, he was so stubborn, hot-tempered, troublemaker, scold, beat the other monks. The Buddha has advised him so many times. He did not listen. No one can train another person by force. When we use our force to train, they surrender for the time being. But no training, no development, no understanding. in their mind. Whenever they get the chance, again they behave like that. So punishment is not the solution. When the Buddha was about to pass away, this monk's attitude has become a real nuisance to all the other monks. Then the Buddha asked this question, what are we going to do with this monk now? Then the Buddha said, you must give him the highest punishment. Then what is this highest punishment? Completely boycott him. That is the highest punishment. Because there's no any other solution. That means you should not invite him to attend any of these religious services. Leave him alone. Don't talk to him. Leave him alone. But you should not develop anger or any discriminations in your mind. This is a technique. We also practice this occasionally. Very effective. So they have done this. So after 1 or 2 months, this monk felt, realized, because he is alone. Nobody wants to talk to him. Nobody invites him for anything. Then slowly, realization appeared in his mind and came and apologized. This is the highest punishment. So here, related to this advice, if you cannot work, associate or live together, best thing is to keep away. If you cannot train them or your relatives or anybody, there was a dispute. The monks or the disciples are divided into 2 groups regarding one particular Vinaya rule, very minor one, discipline. Every day they were going on arguing regarding this, no final conclusion. The Buddha has advised them in various ways to unite. They did not listen. Then what he did? He walked out from the monastery and he has gone to a jungle during the Vasana, rainy season, before they started. Then the devotees came to know that Buddha is not there in the temple. They wanted to know why. What happened to the Buddha? They knew. These monks are divided, so the Buddha has advised them. They did not listen to him. So he has gone out. Then the devotees decided to teach them a very good lesson. Because those days, their way of life is not like today. Always depend on the devotees for everything, for their food, their clothing, their medicine and shelter. Because they haven't got anything, they are all. If devotees boycott them, they cannot survive. That is why in that Dhammananda Sutta that I explained last week, He said, remember this advice given to the monk. You always depend on others. Remember this always. You depend on others. Then why depend on others? Some critics say, why depend on others? Why can't they go out and work and earn? This is another important argument. Well, they have given up. Now they have no attachment for working or earning or collecting anything. Completely given up. Now, if they go back to work again, what will happen? Then slowly go back to their normal way of life. They forget their renunciation. No freedom in that life. Another thing, the monks always train and teach people how to practice charity. So when they approach the devotees, those who have not learned how to value this kind of charity or donation, then slowly get used to it, reduce their selfishness. It is a service. That's why they always depend on others, and mutual understanding they maintain. So, devotees completely stop offering food. Now, these monks are starving. No food. When they go out, their arm rounds, Pindapata, also people say, sorry, no food. Because they wanted to train these monks. Then after a few days, they got together and discuss, so what to do now? We are in difficulties. Why not we unite? So they have decided to unite because of this punishment. It is a punishment. Then they have decided to go and inform the Buddha, to invite him to come back. Right? They approach him. Then he said, no, now I cannot go back, because this is the rainy season, Vasana season. I have to spend 3 months. After 3 months, I can come back. This kind of punishment. Again, in another discourse, the Buddha says, Noche labetha nipakang sahayang saddhing charang sadhu vihar ira. If you cannot find out a suitable person or friends or relatives for you to associate, trustworthy person, eko chare, better to stay alone. So that way of life is more convenience for you. If you cannot find out anybody, stay alone. Don't associate with others. That is why here he says, asevana cha balana. Not to associate with those who maintain this kind of mentality. Very, very inconvenience for you. No peace in your mind. Create lot of disturbances in your mind. No peace. If you stay alone, you are free from all these things. Nobody to come and disturb you. It is a blessing here. That means peace of mind. That is the blessing here. But remember not to develop your anger. It is wrong. Some people say, oh, I hate him, I don't like. That attitude is un-Buddhistic. You never say like that, I hate him, I don't like. Don't hate, but keep away. Panditanancha sevana, second kind of blessing. Pandita means learned, wise, intelligent and understanding. So Pandita is a title. The direct meaning of Pandita is learned. Here learned does not mean academic knowledge. Wisdom, understanding, virtuous, that person is called Pandita. Associate with them. So when you associate with them, whether that person is a monk or layman makes no difference. If you think he is wise, intelligent, virtuous, the more you associate with such people, every day you learn something. When you talk to them, you learn something. When you associate with them, you learn something. And also can clarify your doubts, certain things that you cannot understand, whether right or wrong. You never lose anything. You can enrich your knowledge, your understanding, to be virtuous, to be good. It is a blessing. See, this kind of blessing, a real practical blessing. Third one, pujacha puja. Pujaniyana. Puja means offering. What is the meaning given here? Here, honor. Honor those who are worthy of honor. Puja. Double meaning here, this word puja. Usually we use this word puja for offering. This is my puja. That means offering. Of course, the word offer or offering we use because of that word, honor. We honor him. That is why we want to offer. Otherwise we don't offer, but we give. A difference between offering and giving. Honor, respect those who are worthy of respect. This is a wonderful saying of the Buddha. To understand the Buddhist attitude, when you read other religious books, when you listen to other religious teachers, they always advise their followers to honor, to respect, to worship to only one person. Because if you define this word, sin, there are certain causes, roots for us to commit sins. There must be anger, cruelty, jealousy, craving, stupidity. If these evil thoughts are not involved with this act, I cannot understand how they interpret this as a sin. Again, by worshipping another devas or God or human being, are they going to do any harm to anybody? Do they develop cruelty? Or do they endanger or disturb others? No. we cannot justify. That is why here the Buddha says, respect those who are worthy of respect. He never used the word respect only the Buddha. Never say respect only Arahantas or Bodhisattvas. Respect only my holy disciple. No such word in the Buddha's teaching. The follower of any religion in this world, or whether they have a religion or not, it is immaterial. If we think they are worthy of respect, it is our duty to respect in appreciations of their attitude or services. What harm is there? Use your common sense. The Buddhist attitude. And some others say, if you worship another god or another deva, your god will get angry and he will curse you. This is a human mentality. If there is any God to curse for this kind of thing, I really cannot understand what sort of God is that person. This is a normal human mentality we introduce as a God's message. These are the reasons why intellectuals, especially Westerners today, coming so closer to the Buddha, because they could not agree at all with this kind of teaching. Recently I have read a holy book, very holy, a direct message come down from heaven. I give the quotation. If your father does not agree with your belief, regard him as your enemy. Pray for him to die early, to collapse his business and property. If your mother is not willing to share your views and belief, regard this lady is your enemy, not your mother. Curse. And may they suffer from these sicknesses also. And this is a holy book. A message given by powerful person. No wonder, now we can understand. When somebody embraced another religion in a family, how they disturb and curse their own father and mother and brothers and sisters, because this is the advice given in their religion. To them it is a religious practice. I really cannot understand what happened to the human mind to believe this kind of thing. And see the Buddha. Respect anybody in this world, irrespective of their race or color or religion. If you think they are worthy of respect. Now take a simple example. It is a natural thing in the man's mind, intrinsic feeling that racial discrimination, it is not that purposely they create this, it is natural. Racial differences, color, black, white, dark, brown, 4 colors. I was reading an article, this article will appear in the Voice of Buddhism. An African, very learned man, he was giving a public talk to a missionary group. He has mentioned in his talk, if God is merciful, very understanding, I really cannot understand why they make us so dark and why you people so white. Then why should we worship him? Again, he said, you say God has given this holy message to you. Why he did not give us? What is wrong with us? We are also human beings. Then John Kenyatta in Uganda, he died a few years ago, very brave man, he said, whenever you draw pictures of devil and God, devil's picture you always draw in dark color, God in white color. And next time when we get the chance, what we do, we draw the devil's one in white color and the God's one in dark color. There are people who can think in that way. So these are natural things. Now Chinese, Europeans, they are very proud about their country and nation and culture, tradition. They are very proud. It is natural. It is not artificial. But even then, why do they come and kneel down and respect another man or religious man belong to another race or another color? That is what you have learned from Buddhism. To bring down that pride. Otherwise, especially, do you know that James Ong, who come and conduct meditation class and give Hokkien talk, he was born in a Christian family and now very devout Buddhist. He told, after becoming a Buddhist, it has taken at least 3 to 4 years for him to reduce his pride, to pay respect to a monk. He said, very difficult to bow down, very stiff. Now, he happened to meet a monk at any time, kneel down and pay respect. That is what Buddhism has done. To be humble. This is the Buddha's advice. And why do we pay respect to the Buddha? Not because that he is the most powerful man in this world, thinking he can do this and he can create miracles and so many things, he can protect us, and no. But all the others pray and worship, thinking in that way. So powerful and protect us, bless us, send us to heaven and all sort of things. But even then, we come and kneel down, be humble in front of the image. This is not the Buddha. It's only symbol for us to recall the Buddha into our mind. The purpose of image is for that. Why do every time when you happen to see the Buddha image, automatically when some people walk, just happen to see the image, like that is natural, because they believe that this person worthy of respect. not because of fear. No, it is not that they want something from him. His appearance, serenity, influence others' minds to calm the mind, to reduce stubbornness and pride. These are the remarkable achievement, the development, understanding of the Buddha. That is why he has advised us to respect anybody who is worthy of respect. Then how do you get the blessing? I have seen this according to my own experience. I respect the followers of any religion, whether they are Christians or Hindus or Muslims. If I think they are respectable people, I pay my respect. But many other monks, they are so stubborn, sometimes they scold me also. Why do you want to respect that man? But the reputation, according to my attitude, created among the others, oh, he is such and such, he is the chief, he is this and that, but even then, see the way how he behaves. The good reputation that others create, that is the blessing. Then they respect me. In another discourse, the same thing the Buddha has uttered. Pujako labhate pujam vandako pativandana, in the same chanting book. You can see later. Those who respect others, in return, they also get others' respect. Others also respect you. Now, if you stand to show off that we are somebody, as big shot, never create good reputation. People criticize. So by respecting others, we never lose anything. We never gain many things. Others also respect us. Respect, beget, respect. Now these are the things that we have to learn. Pujaja pujaniyana. Three items here. What are those three? Remember this. Don't follow the book language. Use your own language. Not to associate with those who have low mentality or very mean ideas. Associate with those who are learned, wise, and understanding and virtuous. Respect those who are worthy of respect. That means we do not respect the power. Power is not the important thing for us to respect. Now if you say, oh, this God is very powerful, then all the others go and bow down, kneel down and worship. Because of that power. Then why do we want to bow down? We believe that because of that power we can gain something. It is selfishness or fear. Protection from him, protection, worship, protection. But here the Buddha says, those who are worthy of respect, not that type of power. What are the qualities for us to judge? Those who uphold, maintain principles, precept, morals, they are the ones we respect. They are the ones who are worthy of respect. We do that in honor, in appreciation of their attitude that they have developed. Next one. Patirupa desa vasocha ubbecha kata punyata atta samma panidicha etang mangala muttama. 3. Meaning, to reside in a suitable locality, to have done meritorious actions in the past, and to set oneself in the right course. This is the highest blessing. 3 more. Here there are altogether 38 in this sutra. All are practical ones. No theory, no philosophy, no belief, no mythology. You can experience this in your day-to-day life if you really practice. To reside in a suitable locality. That means the area where your house is located. Because in certain areas there are a lot of disturbances from outsiders, robbers, gangsters, and animals, snake, or evil spirit also. Certain areas are not a suitable locality. Then the country, whether it is a suitable place or not. Now you can see what is happening in many parts of the world. Sudden volcanic eruption, flood, disaster, epidemic, and drought, like Africa, and storm. They are suffering and cannot find out enough food, suitable house, clothing, medicine. They are facing enormous problem for their survival. So when we consider this, we can understand actually we are very fortunate. We are facing only certain human problems, not external problems. What are those human problems? Some sort of discrimination, racial arrogance, religious discrimination, little bit of disturbances. These are natural. There is no any other country or any other planet in this world where we can live without facing such problems. Wherever we go, we have to face certain problems. But in many other countries, more external disturbances. So if we can find out a place to live peacefully without facing such problem, here the Buddha says it is a blessing. So do you think it is not a blessing? Patru Desavasochi, to find out a suitable locality for you to live peacefully. Next one, Ubbecha Kata Punyata. To have done meritorious actions in the past. This is a little bit of controversial subject. Those who talk about direct, meditation, mental development, like Zen meditation, they say Why do these people are crazy for merits? They are working to gain more and more merits, but they never try to train and develop their minds. You might have heard many speakers explain to you. Sometimes I have to interrupt and explain this real situation. We must understand our situation, our mentality, our needs, our way of life. It is not so easy for us to eradicate, wipe out all our evil thoughts at once from the mind, because they were deeply rooted in our minds. We had to work for a longer period to train this mind. Now take for instance, can you eradicate your jealousy at once? Can you say you have no jealousy? I don't think. I cannot say I have no jealousy. But there are different degrees. Your jealousy and my jealousy have different areas. Because the mind is not yet purified completely. Then what about your anger? Can you say you never lose your temper? You are very sober and very kind, very patient, very understanding. Can you say? All those who meditate and observe a precept and this and talk a lot about Abhidhamma, provoke little bit and see, get up like cobra. Everybody. Because this hidden anger remains there in the mind. Circumstances arouse this one and no controlling power in the mind. That is why we show our temper. Alright. Can you say you have no greed? You are not greedy? Yes. One man is greedy for one thing. Another man is greedy for another thing. They have different things. But all are greedy. So do you think it is so easy for us to get rid of all these things at once? Impossible. Then what is the outcome? If we maintain these things in our mind, what will happen to us? This is the thing that we have to understand. The outcome or the effect is create another life, another existence. Cannot get rid of this. Then, by using our mental attitude, we create lot of good karmas and bad karmas, both, every day. And the next life, the formation and the attitude, mentality, behavior, character, understanding, everything depends on these activities, what we are developing or abusing. So the merits are important for us to carry on this journey without facing so much difficulties, requisites, our necessities. Now if we can attain Arahanthood or Nirvana or Buddhahood within this lifetime, the merits are not important. That is what the Buddha said to Mara when he was suffering without food, shelter for 6 years. the Mara appears. You know, every religion there is some big shot, evil force. Christian and Muslims talk about Satan, Hindus talk about Asura, Buddhists talk about Mara. Whether it is true or not. Now, if I want to become a big shot, I must have a very powerful enemy. I must show that my enemy is a very powerful one. If I tell you that my enemy is a very weak person, you never appreciate me. When I say, so-and-so is angry with me, he is a big shot, but I don't care. Then you regard me as a big man. So if you want to become big shot, you must have a big powerful enemy. So these religions, all these religions, try to show the superiority, the power, by introducing powerful force, dynamic, devil, try to challenge but could not do anything. See how Satan, devil, tried to disturb Jesus, tempted him, but Satan could not do that. Then Jesus became a great man. Then the Buddha, when he was practicing a Mara, challenge, wanted to fight, wanted to kill him, so he could not do that. Then the Buddha became a very great man. It is not this his own, what they call wordings or the explainer. The others try to praise and appreciate, to show the superiority of the Buddha in this way. The Hindus also like that. They say, once upon a time there was an Asura. Asura is in between heaven and hell, very powerful, invisible force. When he started to kill our human beings in India, one of our God, reincarnation of Vishnu, appeared and destroyed Asura. That is how this Diwali, the real original name is Deepavali. In India, they use the Deepavali. Deepa means brightness, lighting the lamp, meaning Deepavali. Today they use the word Diwali.